Very easy to cast the genre of the film as well. Good variety of shots as well. Just the sounds need adjusting, maybe more non-diegetic sounds. Also, Chesarama said the use of Enigma has been carried out throughout the trailer, and as Ibrahim also said, I believe a loud non-diegetic sound should be put in when the board hits the camera, probably speed up the frames also. Other than that, a great trailer to fit the horror genre. Therefore, after taking my feedback on board, I feel that I should have concentrated more on the jumpiness element of the trailer and the non-diegetic sounds. During the earlier stages of the coursework, I was lucky enough to conduct my research on an Apple Mac. The Mac is a very user-friendly device which turned out to be very efficient. Therefore, I began by looking at different genre types and what they had on offer. Once I had decided, I began my textual analysis of different trailers using the Macs. Any extra research I needed to conduct was carried out at home on a computer. I transferred my files using WordPress as I would post up any work and just access it from home. I was also able to conduct my secondary research on the Macs using programs such as Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word. Using Excel, I was able to organize my secondary research into graphs for me to later talk about in my summary. The summary was conducted on Microsoft Word. Another piece of equipment I came across during my planning stage of the course was a scanner. This was particularly important when scanning my secondary book research. The teachers had given us a guide at the start of our coursework, however, it was upon me to watch tutorials and research certain effects. The sort of things I researched into was text effects, background effects, and image effects. Using websites such as tutorialize.com, which came very handy in this stage of the coursework. Photoshop is a very advanced program with the capability of almost anything, therefore I use Photoshop to my utmost advantage. I learned certain techniques such as merging layers, assigning layers, magic wand tool, filter tool, blending options, and adding gradients. The font I incorporated into my poster and website were downloaded from dafont.com, which has hundreds of fonts on offer. The production of the trailer was a little more complicated. We were given tutorials on how to use a variety of equipment which at first seemed a little bit intimidating. However, once I'd actually started filming, I was becoming more familiar with the equipment. Some of the new media technology that came across were a boom mic, a video camera, a Steadicam, a tripod, and various torches. It was difficult at first because parts of my movie were based outside, which I had to substitute in for inside footage. Other than the weather problems, I had not come across many hurdles when recording my trailer. Nevertheless, I did refilm certain scenes because of certain issues such as sound and light. Once I was happy with the footage I had collected, I began to edit my footage. The teachers gave us an option to use any editing software, but I opted for Apple Final Cut Pro, as I was advised it was user-friendly. Having learned how to log and capture, I was finally editing my trailer. The first effect I put on my trailer was the one seen on Cloverfield. This effect was fairly easy to do as I just went onto the settings of that particular segment and made it start back to front. I also added a bleep noise from GarageBand. GarageBand is a program which allows students to create sounds to go with their footage. The effect that was most used on my trailer was Bad TV, which was a shaky effect on Final Cut. The effect itself was simple to use. Click on the segment you wanted to apply it on and apply it. I also added a thunder sound from GarageBand to make the audience feel uneasy. I also changed the dog scene at the end of the trailer to make it look as though it is in dark. I've done this by going into effects, render, and color balance. Using non-linear editing software such as Final Cut Pro proved to be advantageous to me as it allowed me to edit in a digital way. I was able to get direct access to any frame in a digital video clip, any footage which I made and I did not like, I just deleted it. WordPress is a new media technology which I only came across last year. This was the first time I had posted a piece of coursework digitally. I was surprised how user-friendly it was, and it enabled me to access work from any location. The beauty of this was I didn't have to carry any of my work on a USB drive, which can be easily lost. WordPress also allowed me to share my work with others around the world. Another new media technology I used for my coursework was YouTube. As you may be aware, most people are familiar with YouTube because it has millions of videos to offer. Instead of me sending my trailer individually to my friends, which would be very time consuming, I put my video on YouTube, which made it easier for them to access and easier for me to obtain any audience feedback. This allowed me to generalize much more since I had much wider audience. Therefore, this way I was able to get audience feedback instantly. However, I did come across a problem with YouTube, which was I could I could only make my video private or public. There was no semi-public.